Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. This is Guns and Gadgets, the premier source for Second Amendment news. Even says it like right there, so it has to be official. If you're new to the channel, I bring you everything Second Amendment related, whether it's litigation or legislation and everything in between. And today's going to be an odd day. It's my daughter's graduation. My son was in the Special Olympics this morning, so I'm running around crazy. But I do want to share something with you. The Tennessee governor, Bill Lee, is trying to make Tennessee be the 22nd state in the union to sign into law red flag gun confiscation laws. I've talked about red flag ad nauseum. You guys and gals ought to know what it is by now. If you don't, I have a playlist on red flag stuff. But three state reps have jumped forward to try to stop him, and this happened yesterday. So Tennessee, the governor tried to get it through during the regular session, and Tennessee being a very strong conservative state, they told him absolutely not. We are not putting in this unconstitutional law. So the governor was getting a lot of pressure from Moms Demand Action and Brady and Everytown because of the issue that happened in Nashville. So rather than to be a man of his word and to follow the Constitution and his oath, he decided to say, you know what, I'm going to call everybody back for a special session in August to try to push this through. Well, check this out. On the screen right now is a letter that was sent to the governor yesterday. It's an open letter, meaning that state reps can join into this letter when they want, and this is what it says. It's from State Representative Brian Ritchie. It says, open letter to be signed by Tennessee Republican lawmakers. Governor, on behalf of myself and my colleagues listed below, we urge you to abandon the special session that you have proposed for August 21st in response to the Covenant School tragedy, because the General Assembly can further consider and discuss legitimate measures to improve public safety when the legislature reconvenes in January of 24. Summoning legislators to Nashville to enact an unconstitutional red flag law will not, as you suggest, strengthen public safety and preserve constitutional rights. To the contrary, the General Assembly adamantly opposes and has refused to enact measures that violate Tennesseans' Second Amendment rights, whether styled order of protection legislation or any other euphemism. Out of respect for the Second Amendment and Article 1, Section 26 of the Tennessee Constitution, the General Assembly has declined to adopt measures that would allow the confiscations of lawful firearms from citizens without due process. Such legislation would be blatantly unconstitutional under the controlling Supreme Court precedent, New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin of 2022. We will not violate our oath to uphold the Constitution for political expediency or to carry favor with special interests. At the same time, we have supported your initiatives to enhance the security of Tennessee's schools to deter future incidents like the horror that occurred at Covenant on March 27, 2023. As you know, the 113th General Assembly adjourned in 2023's session without passing your proposed red flag law, and House Republicans have emphatically expressed their opposition to such measures in the future. Senate Majority Leader Jack Johnson has flatly stated that the Tennessee General Assembly will not pass any red flag law, period. Accordingly, your proposed special session, apparently calculated to pressure legislators to pass such a law, strikes us as expensive, disruptive, futile, and counterproductive publicity stunt. The Covenant tragedy would not have been averted by a red flag law in any event. Your proposed special session is a solution in search of a problem. We can strengthen our criminal penalties and protect our people at any time. It does not require a special session, a session that will be a political event to put pressure on conservative Republicans to grow government and ignore the will of their constituents in service to the national woke mob that will descend on the Capitol. Press reports indicate that left-wing activists are planning to use the proposed special session to stage disruptive protests that will make the Tennessee 3 circus look like a dress rehearsal. Heavy security will be necessary to protect legislators from unruly agitators. Why would you want to provide a platform for such political theater? It is true that the governor has the constitutional prerogative to call a special session. It is, in our view, wholly inappropriate to do so when the legislature, which has a supermajority of members of the same political party as the governor, has voted to adjourn. There is no emergency, declared or otherwise, that justifies calling us back to work in August. The reason is a series of policy proposals that we, as a legislative body, deliberately and prudently chose to reject this session. If inter-party comedy is being put aside to pressure fellow Republicans to embrace gun control measures, we still have a remaining duty to demand respect for the separation of powers. The governor has already proposed and we have already disposed. Hopefully in January, we can continue our work together to make Tennessee safe, prosperous, and free. And that is signed by State Representative Brian Ritchie, as well as Ed Butler and Todd Werner. So good on these state reps for stepping up, calling the governor out. And it's true what they said, that these anti-gun groups are, they're going to be rallying around the Capitol at this time in August 21st to try to pressure the governor and to pressure legislators to give up the rights of the people for the woke wimps. Why in America, tell me this, why do we always cater to a percentage of the country that's that big? Let me know what you think down below. Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe. If you want to know more about the Second Amendment, because things are changing rapidly, like we're waiting to hear from a court, like today or maybe tomorrow, but maybe today, wink, wink, then subscribe to this channel and I'll keep you in the loop with anything from legislation to litigation and everything in between. I'll see you all on the next one. Have a fantastic day. Take care.